Morning, everyone. Hope everyone is feeling great. So this morning we weighed in at a solid 190 pounds again. So one of two things need to happen next. I either eat more or move a bit less. I'm gonna try and move a bit less. So I actually wanted to show you a photo that I put together of me at 190 pounds in my first bulk and me at 190 pounds in my current bulk. Now, how crazy is that? So much leaner and bigger and with a nicer tan. But all of that happened within 2 years of a bulk and a cut. And I know that seems like a long time for some of you, but you have to be patient. Be willing to do this for more than just the way you look. And I promise you, as long as you keep trusting the process and just keep chipping away, everything will follow and eventually come together. You know, this is the first time I'm having coffee in at least a month. Things change when you start bulking, and I mean like bulking. In the beginning, when your calories aren't so high, you can still get away with some volume and vegetables and low-calorie foods. Then when you start getting deeper in the bulk, you realize things like this just slow you down. What I mean by that is filling me up when I should be stuffing my face right now because technically, I'm behind.
Damn, already? I have to go to the restroom.
All right, so starting off today's workout with cable arm curls. Now, they are more like a drag curl where your body is a little bit forward and your arms are slightly behind you. That way you can get that stretch. Now, I was doing these single arm recently, but because most of this arm workout is single arm tricep, single arm bicep, single arm tricep, it takes a lot of time. So I just decided to change certain exercise up. That way we can kind of move a little bit quicker through the workout. But let me tell you, without this, I don't know what I'm doing and what I did last week. So if you're not tracking your workouts, I know that's kind of like not something a beginner would do, but if you've been doing this for a while, you know that this is by far probably one of the most important things. That way you know exactly what you're doing and how to progress, of course.
If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline.
I like this one. My boy Andrew showed me this one not too long ago, and I've been a fan of it ever since. Just because I already do tricep extensions, I've been playing around with different variations of putting the tricep in a very stretched position. And while this might not be the most convenient for some of you because you need a bench, you need 2 cables, I can show you a way that you can do this single arm. But again, the reason why I like it so much is because my back is supported, and then I can really drive with my tricep just like if I was doing like a dumbbell bench press. My back is supported, and then I can really focus on my chest.
Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove.
Believe it or not, this exercise is pretty hard, but again, I like it because it really gets that deep stretch and I can train all heads of the tricep. And honestly, taking a little break from those overhead extensions, at least just for today, feels pretty good because these definitely don't bother my elbow compared to when the pressure's coming from behind and having to press overhead. All right, so one way you can do this is you put the cable now overhead, nice and high, grab the handle or the strap, put it next to you, elbow stays flared out, because now what you want is that stretch here. Press down, let that elbow tract out, get a deep stretch, and then press out. You won't start to feel these until you get more in depth into the exercise, maybe like 5-6 reps. Obviously, you gotta pick the according weight for you. If you can do the single arm overhead extensions or the ones that we're doing for our challenge where it's double arm overhead extension, I would go with those first. Those probably are gonna be a lot easier to set up and feel more comfortable with than when doing this one. But if you wanna kind of mimic that exercise and not have the crazy setup, then you can just do something like that.
No matter the distance, no matter the moves, yeah. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah. That baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops,
So for those of you wondering, gee, what's up with this sports bra? It's so I can create some support. That way I can avoid any swinging or momentum. Now I've added this exercise recently ever since I trained with Austin Carr in Las Vegas. And he told me I should focus more on that brachialis, which is right in the middle there of your bicep and tricep. And the more you train that brachialis, the more it's going to expand and make your arm look overall bigger. So a good rule of thumb is when doing biceps, always train something in that supinated, right, position, and then try and do something either pronated or neutral. So something like a supinated curl and then also a hammer curl. So here, all we're doing is instead of just your normal neutral hammer curl, we're coming a little bit inside, right? Instead of just out here in front of you, inside towards the body, towards the opposite pec. And no, my arms aren't really this big. It's just that it's being pressed on this sports bra. That's what we're gonna call it.
Yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the moves. Yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove. Yeah.
You don't know what I was thinking the whole time while I was doing that? How many armpits have been in this thing? It's pretty gross, don't you think?
Yeah, baby, I got you. I got you.
Moving on to my second and last tricep exercise. Now I have a love-hate relationship with this exercise. Why? Because I love it because I feel it, it's great, but I hate it because it's one of those exercises that takes so long, like at least for me, to see progress. And if there's progress, it's very, very small. Like I've probably been doing the same weight for the past 2 years, but I will say that during the years, I've changed the way I do these tricep extensions, and I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with this rope attachment, right? And doing it this way. Now, the reason why I do it single arm is because the whole point of when trying to do an extension is to try and get it past your body. And when you're doing it with this rope, you can't really get it past your body because it stops right around here, right in front of your pockets, or maybe a little bit by the side of your pockets. So what you could do is if you still have the rope attachment, you can simply just go like this, attach it up here, do it single arm, and then press past your body. If you have two of them, for some reason there isn't two around here, I tried to find the other one, but if there's two, then you can put both here, and now you can still do both at the same time and get it past your body. This attachment, if you also have it like we've been doing for the tricep overhead extensions, this one will basically replicate having two of them just because it's long. And again, you grabbing it towards the end, you can get it past your body. All right, here we go. Impossible. Whew. Okay, so moving on to my favorite muscle group to train, side delts. Hopefully someday, I just wish that I can grow some massive round and capped shoulders. And the only way and the best way to do that is by continuously standing some sort of a side delt. So right now I'm doing cable lying cuff raises. It's kind of like a Y raise, which you guys saw me do on my previous arm day, where I was just holding on to the opposite handle and then just doing one arm Y raise, right, where it's really heavy up here. Same concept, it's very heavy in the beginning in that stretch position, which is exactly what I want for doing something like this, but it allows me to get my back against the bench, allows a little bit more support, and that way I can just focus on getting my shoulders to perform that Y raise. Now, the reason why I like to do this one first prior to my second lateral exercise is because I like to fatigue myself by doing this one in the stretch position before moving on to an exercise that's going to train more of the short position when doing side delts. Let's check it out. All right, yeah, let's see what you got. Do your normal routine. Yeah, do your normal routine. Very nice. Smooth, like smooth with it. You can tell you've been practicing that for a while. I like that. Right there. And stay right there. Just now watch me, relax. Now watch me. Right, if I do this, nice, bro. Dude, that looks so sick. So much better. And then lean like chest, like if I, yeah, pick you up like that. Be like, I can see the arms, I can see the arms, but I'm trying to show them my strength. I'm not trying to show them what I want them to pick at. That's why you have to be careful with too much posing. And then come off of it. There you go. Exhale the obliques as much as you can. There you go. That's what matters right there. You got to remember that. Yeah. See the chest fullness difference? Put your hand there. It's a difference, bro. So who you guys just saw was Anthony. We actually just met here at the gym, and I could tell he was getting ready for a show because in between his sets, he was doing some posing, specifically men's physique posing. So we started chatting. He told me he's 7 weeks out from a show, and I asked him if I can check out his posing. So it was pretty cool that he allowed me to do that. I gave him some cues, and the man is looking good just 7 weeks out. So I love to see more natural athletes, and that's exactly what I'm trying to promote here. Trying to stay natural, understanding that all of this comes with hard work, but more importantly, with patience, right? You have to have patience when doing this, especially when trying to do this sport. But even if you're not trying to do this sport, if your goal is to build some muscle or lose 20 to 30 X amount of pounds, you have to just put in the time. But more importantly, I think patience is one of the most important things because most of us just want things now. And when you don't get it now, then you get upset. Kind of like when we were kids, right? When we didn't get what we wanted, we got upset. But if you were just patient enough, eventually you'll get it. So moving on to the last and final exercise for the side delts. Now that I am completely cooked and I don't feel like lifting anything, we're doing the traditional dumbbell lateral raise. Now one thing you're gonna see is that I'm not doing them completely on my side. I do them slightly in front of me, think like 45 degrees, because what I'm trying to do is not get my traps to get involved. Now while there will be some sort of trap engagement, what you really want to try and do is think about pressing away and not like shrugging and then lifting up, right? If you bend your elbow too much, then you're most likely gonna get your traps involved and you're gonna end up doing this, right? We wanna work the side delts, okay? Number two is I'm always thinking about pausing at the top for a split second, controlling the bottom. All right, now you'll notice that there is no resistance down here, and that's why I do something cable related, so I can get most of the resistance here, dies off over here. Now we do dumbbell lateral raises, no resistance here, heaviest peak up here, okay? So you also realize that there's no hip thrusting when doing this exercise. I try and keep it as strict as possible. Sure, there might be a very, very minimal help with the hip, but it's very, very small, nothing that you can tell. One thing I like to teach always is make lightweight hurt. So if you feel like it's too light, make it hard by slowing it down, pausing at the top, controlling that eccentric instead of just speeding it up. So moving on to our last and final set. We're doing a drop set. So we're going from 35 pounds drop setting to 20 pounds drop setting to 10 pounds. Absolute failure to where you can't lift it anymore. These are the sickest and worst reps because it just feels like absolute shit. You feel like your arms are gonna fall off and the burning sensation in your shoulders is insane. So we're gonna put some Hurricane, I Prevail. I just came across that band not too long ago and I've been digging them. So Hurricane, I Prevail, here we go. All right, so once I know that I couldn't lift it anymore, I move on and try and get them up again. Control, lift up, control, make it hurt. Trying to make 10 pounds feel like 100 pounds. The first reps always feel great. You're like, oh, I got this shit. And then it's like a sniper shot. You ain't going nowhere. I almost passed out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a drop set to failure. Just the usual, washing my clothes a day before practice. This is pretty satisfying. And this is pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna pretty much eat right now, chill for a little bit, and then get ready for dinner because tonight I am going to eat everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure as always to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and stay tuned to day 14. It's gonna be a fun one. Peace, baby.